First of all, it's the largest park that we've ever built for opening day. So scale alone sets it apart from everything else that we built. It also is a great blend of what is authentically Disney, as we say, and distinctly Chinese. We didn't want to take just one of our parks and kind of move it here or recreate it as it exists in other places here. We wanted to build something that was not only new and original, but we wanted to build something that was culturally relevant, or as we say, distinctly Chinese. I'd say those would be two critical things, scale and the blend of cultures of sorts, Disney and China. Of course, it's the most recent park we've built and the only one that is fully designed and built in this era or in this century. So it uses technology in far greater ways, and I think that distinguishes it as well. And it combines all the things we've learned over the years from all the other parks that we've operated for 60 years. So in a way, it's the smartest park that we've ever built based on our own learnings.
And you talked about the scale of the park, and it's almost 1,000 acres, I think, in size. What were some of the construction challenges you faced as you built the park?
Well, there were many challenges, although when you look at it today, it doesn't look that way because it all looks beautiful. But we were dealing with a construction industry that had a lot of experience building buildings that are tall and modern looking, but none that were as complex as the buildings that we create, because these are not only edifices, they are living and breathing edifices in the sense that they are entertainment stages, they're stages for rides, they have ride vehicles in them, they're complex technologically, whether it's sound or light, as a for instance. So I'd say that was the biggest challenge. And then, keeping things on schedule, and we were drawing from a construction industry that was building all over China, keeping people at work on this project instead of going off to either till the fields in the lands that they were from, which we actually experienced, or going off to work on other projects was another one of the challenges.
And you talked about the opportunities that the park presents, saying it's probably the greatest opportunity for Disney, the company, since Florida and the opening of the park there. Why is that?
Well, the size of this market, obviously. China, well over 1 billion people, of course, and still a developing country or developing market. So there's a lot of growth ahead in the years ahead and the decades ahead, maybe even the centuries ahead. And entering this market has its challenges. Any market has its challenges, but there are regulatory issues. And so in making a decision how to enter the market, we felt the best way to do it was with a theme park. Theme parks are expensive. This one, we've said, cost in the neighborhood of $5.5 billion, for instance. So it's a big bet on a big market, and it represents, I think, not only our biggest entrance into this market, but the potential to deliver great growth for the company long term.
And the timing was really interesting because it's opening at a time when the government has got this big focus on driving the consumer market and the consumer element of the Chinese economy. So was that good timing, good foresight on your part?
Well, I think you have to start with the notion, whether good or bad, you're building something for the ages. So it's not about the economy today or the circumstance today. It's about what we really see long term. Some unknowable, of course, but it's a bet on a market and a true belief on a market. In terms of what's going on in China that works to our advantage, clearly establishing a move from a manufacturing to a more service economy is very, very important. We are both, I think, we benefit by that, but we also contribute to it. I think one of the reasons why we got the permission to do this is the nature of the business, the number of the jobs that we create in the service sector directly and indirectly, and the message that it sends. Another thing is an emphasis on tourism, not just from other places in the world to China, but within China. So the number of Chinese that are traveling today within this vast country is up substantially from when we even first decided to build here. And the government of Shanghai has established tourism as a real linchpin of sorts of their service economy. So we benefit from that as well, and we also contribute to it. So many things that I think are going on here, transportation being another, meaning growth in varying forms of transportation, both from air travel perspective, from a high-speed rail perspective, more roads, more cars. All those things I think play to our advantage.